What do you say we commit to some self-loathing here and let's go through some ls1tech questions. It's been a while. I was just perusing the forced inductions page, and I was like, what the hell? Let's rip through these things and see what we got going on. So let's just go right to the first unopened one. Could you tell me where it is that you're getting decent E85 local to us? Thanks, Vince. Well, Vince, there's only really two places that I know of, and it's on 309 and 248. That's it. And they're both approximately 75%. So that's about it. Hello. I've watched a lot of your videos, and I was curious if you were planning on doing it. Probably not. I do enjoy being a dad so far. LSA is just too expensive, in my opinion, right now. Obviously, I'm very budget-oriented, and I just can't imagine, unless someone gives me an LSA, which I don't really want you to. Please don't do that. I can't really think of a reason why I would purchase an LSA. Can I look over your tune and your white truck? Sure. They are all available on a website called sloppymechanics.com. If we go there and we go into the tune cabinet, there are tunes available right on the page. And then if you really want to get nuts, there is a Google Drive tune cabinet link. And man, there's some shit in there, guys. Let me tell you what. Get nuts. Yeah. Sloppy stage 2 cam base timing. We are removing ZR1 LS9. Main advance table. And my bass tune. We have problems dialing in the ZR1 cam, yeah, I mean, each vehicle needs to be tuned for its specific needs. So that's going to depend on a lot of things. Start low, work your way up. On motor, I can recommend like 1,000 RPM, run 12 degrees, and then ramp that up to like low 20s on motor. And then the 1414 goes for that. Start at like 8 degrees at 2,000 RPM and boost. At like 14 pounds, put 8 degrees in it down low, put 14 in it up top, see what it likes. Lately, a lot of the larger turbine stuff, I'll take 16 degrees on pump gas on 14 pounds of boost above 5,000 RPM. That's like a very difficult question to answer there. It all depends. Turgen clone-ish. My threads are not getting posted. Can't wait. Try to get as much info on Turgen as possible before contacting you. Looking to get your suggestions on a GBody 5.3 with a Gen 4, 6-speed, 243, turbo cam, Borg Warner, twin 61s. Yeah, they're definitely going to light off really good down low. They're definitely going to choke you off. Road course, Auto X. What size flange? Yeah, I would do T4. AR, in my opinion, almost does nothing in most cars. Yeah, just get a T4, buddy. When did you even ask me that question? Holy shit, probably forever ago. Yeah, his threads are not getting posted on ls1tech. Hi, Dem. I'm a fan of yours from Turkey. I keep watching your project cars from 13. I finally made my own project truck according to your advices, and I now have a 92 S10. Well, that's why it doesn't work. 4.8 TH400, same setup as Don't BS Me, only difference MS3 Pro. Yeah, use one of the Megasquirt bass tunes, buddy. If you have a write-up for a homemade bump, The guy said he built it from your page. No. I have never posted any, I've never done that. I mean, someone on my page, you might have watched their video and you want to do what they did, but I have never put a video up of me building some sort of bump thing for guys to use. So let's just get this shit out of the way. Okay. Any tuning classes? P.S. Why do I have to bribe? Probably because your posts suck, or they're repetitive, or it sounds like you're struggling to put a sentence together. There's a lot of reasons why. I barely do any of the post approvals anymore. I just let everybody else take care of it. I got a lot of shit to do. Every now and then I go in there and I just like approve everybody, and Jamie does the same thing. No tuning classes in person in the foreseeable future. Not anytime soon. Researching for several weeks, finding various answers along the way. You keep popping up. This is a long post. Wiring scares me. Buy a wiring harness. 383 700 R4. Okay. Okay. Well, it sounds like you're wasting a ton of money here. Yeah. Okay. It sounds like you see, you guys kill me with this. You already know what you're doing. You already want to do. You're going to do this anyway. Even if I tell you not to do it, you're going to do all that. You already have a fuel tank and fuel pump. All of this stuff. Here, I'm just going to be like, you guys ever read the wiki page? Anybody? Hey, Matt. I've been reading and watching lots of your videos. I was hoping to get a smidgen of help from you on a tune. I'm trying to get for my Nova. I have a PTE 7675 billet 53 L33 241 Springs 80s. Do you have a HP Tuners tune? Yeah, on the wiki page, on the web page. Not the wiki page, I mean the web page. I moved it all because the wiki page got full. You guys pissed me off and I pulled it away. Here we go, spoon fed. I purchased a few of your Vimeo vids and you mentioned you will upload HP Tuner. Yeah, dude, it's there. Yep. It's all there where we just looked at that. Is this some guy that wanted me to build a car for him or something? I've studied your builds for months, so let's see if this is easily answered. I have most everything except for the turbo. $78.75 is always the answer anymore. I almost want to do a follow-up for my what to buy for 2017, but it's what, you know, 18, what you should buy now is the same thing you should have bought. And the more I do with my truck, the more it gets reiterated that that was like the perfect stuff to get. I don't think there's much better you can do. Still, like a year later, I think it's still the best you can do. It's a piece of shit 4.8 with the cam you can get for like $225 or cheaper anymore. It's all just that simple stuff, and it will cram 500 on gas or E all day long, as long as you have it set up right. And unless you get one from your friend, like the OG GT45 or a 7665 that isn't blown up or the wrong turbo or whatever, if you're just going to buy one, just buy the 7875. It's worth it no matter what. And we're back. EFI source 3-bar map. Hoping you can help me out with this. I have a drive-by-wire. Yep. Okay, that's first of all. There's a little sketchy sometimes. Truck runs fine on 1-bar. When I convert it to 3-bar, truck will not run. Starts right up and immediately shuts off. Yeah, you're not failing it into speed density correctly. Just look up how to do that. You need to fail the mass air meter. You need to work on where it throws the code. You need to fail the meter, like P102. You need to fail that. There's a bunch of shit you gotta do. Expected HP. NA stock truck through a 80E. Stock truck, stage 2 cam. What year? 6 liter. Yeah, 385 is probably pretty... if you have long tubes and it's running really good, 385 is the upper end of that spectrum. 385 would be super high. No. I can't build a stainless turbo kit. Have you ever seen me weld? Do any of these people watch my videos? What do I charge for tuning? Oh, it depends. Twin turbo 60 LY6. Ah, yes. Oh, wow, cool. So this guy took some of my advice and built this? Dang, dude. Dang. You fancy. Look at all this stainless mayhem. You bought, those are like CX. This is all like CX racing stuff. Awesome. Happy to hear that, dude. I got a few questions. I want to know, how did you keep the stock head from lifting? We used bolts and we bolted the heads down. Thank you for your videos. You're going to provide good odds and ends, making racing great again. My question is, I'm building a Turbo 5.3. I bought twin VS 6673s. Little John Decas. Well, if you have one of my base tunes and you're not going into boost, you're done. You're pretty much there. If you can't get to the boosted section, obviously the engine part of it's tuned, you know. I mean, any one of them, dude. Everyone thinks that one of them is just going to magically run. Maybe get a few of them and load each one, or just, you know, get some ambition going and load one and go from there. I don't know. Thanks for all the info you provided. It's been very helpful to me. I have searched and I was unable to find if you've ever done a billet wheel upgrade on an eBay turbo. Nope. Hey, I'm sure you're getting tired of answering silly questions, but I'm having a little confusing. Well, if you're wiring stuff, oh man. I bought it from a guy. Oh, Jesus Christ. Micro Squirt 2 version 3 I bought from a new guy, blah, blah, blah. Well, I need to modify this ECM. I don't know why, but when people say ECM, I get like a twitch. I feel like if you say the word ECM a lot, you are clueless, which might be, you know, Anyway. What is this boot? Do you need to maybe... Oh my God, too many questions. You just need to read some more, buddy. There's no answers I can give you that'll fix that. So, my LSX 300ZX is all finally done, and we need to get a tune in it just to drive it around and break in the motor, aka blow it up before tuning. My local tuner is too busy. Well, shit. When was this? 1:30. Well, we're 3 months out. He was probably a lot faster than me. Oh God, a 5.7 with 317 compression killing heads, custom cam 160s, T56. Yeah, I'm sure you're done by now, and you're like, fuck that Mac guy, he never helped me. I'm a big fan of your videos. They inspired me to do my LS Mustang. Excellent. Anyways, I was watching old Fairmont 2.0, and you were mentioning the difference between Gen 3 and Gen 4 rods. Your next video, you had motor out and Gen 4 piston. Yeah, I did. Nope, didn't have any issues. Yeah, I didn't balance it. I didn't do shit. I put the Gen 4 rods and pistons on a Gen 3 crank numerous times, and I have known of hundreds of people on Sloppy to do that without an issue, and I have other friends who have balanced the entire assembly, and they didn't have an issue either. Hi, Matt. I'm a big fan of your series. I'm putting a 5.3 into an RX-7 with a Mega Square 2. Looking at ejector batch firing, I originally thought it would be a good idea to fire 187 on one bank. It doesn't matter. People do that. People do 2 and 2. People do 2 and 2. People do left to right. It doesn't really matter. It's batch fire. It doesn't give a shit. It's all puddling anyway. I'm looking to buy an ECU with your tune from the BS loaded on it. Please let me know. I'm glad to prepay or leave a deposit. Well, I'm all out of computers pretty much right now. I got to get more, and it depends on which one you want. You can email in to sloppymechanics@gmail.com, and please don't expect any fast turnaround. He's going to be 5 months soon, and man, my time has gone out the window, and my spare time is basically getting these videos up and some education for everybody. Sometimes I sell ECUs when I can, but I don't want to open it up to be a thing where people pay and they wait, and I look and see if I have computers and that whole thing going on. I don't want to do that. I'm new to Microsquirt, but I have read a good bit lately. I'm looking to use it on an 0360 out of an Escalade and a T56. Micro is... I've really grown away from Microsquirt. It's great. It does a great job. But I feel like unless you're going to wire it yourself and you have this particular goal in mind, the Micro can be great. I feel like a stock computer is better. And for 90% of people, the Microsquirt, with the wiring and the tuning aspect, some people just really struggle. And I feel like if you have a reputable person do a stock ECU and a stock wiring harness, it'll be easier. Sometimes, if you actually are that good and you like to tinker and you can figure out how to tune it, and some people really love it, other people really hate it. Sure, you can. This is where you need to make the decision for yourself. I think I need to do like a seminar where I enable you guys to make your own decisions. That's what I would like to see is some people just take initiative or just jump in. Just fucking do it. Jump in feet first. Be like, whoops, I fucked up. Or, man, I did a great job. Or, this is my third car and I did a different ECU every time and I'm happier with this one. So, it's hard to answer this. It's situational, it's budget oriented, and it's skill level based, which computer and which wiring you should use. And there's even a fourth dimension of that is if you can't tune it, who in your area can? So all of that is inclusive into making that decision. I can't just tell you what you should do without doing some sort of 20 questions. Maybe we can do that one day, and I can ask people 20 questions, and you can see, you know, how your needs, figure out what you should buy. You know, we go over this every time. Cam and Silverado 2500. If you don't mind me asking, what were the specs? I understand 2500 started out with the twins. I had a camshaft spec'd at the time by Martin Smallwood that was working at Tick Performance. Early on into the forced induction days here, he was making cams for Tick. Now I believe he does his own thing, Smallwood Performance. It was just some custom grind that he came up with off his head. I don't even know if I could find the specs for it or if he would know, because of, you know, that was at his former employer. But it was just, I think there's far better cams, you know, now off shelf you can get. I don't see why. I mean, that was an older build. A lot of people, it's funny, I think people check out when my video was uploaded. Some people like watched my Fairmont videos from like 2012 and they're like asking a whole bunch of questions about it. And I'm like, man, there's much better ways to skin the proverbial cat nowadays. I wouldn't read too far into any of this stuff that's closing in on 6-7 years old. Hey, Matt, I recently bought a Silverado flood truck. When I came home, I discovered the block was junk. Some dumbass cranking on it. So I'm going to need a new motor. I want 700 but reliable. I was going to go twins or a Whipple. I'm trying to decide. Should I spend the extra money for a 6.2? Oh my God. Brian, if that's the intake manifold you're putting on, you need more help than I can offer. Sorry if that sounds mean, but looks like you just want to spend money. And show people you're spending money. MS2 me too. Greetings, debating on which standalone. MS2 or micro. MS2 is only $100 more. Yeah, I mean, dude, they're all the same. They pulse the injectors. Does it have the inputs and outputs you want? I don't know, dude. I need to find a way to enable you stragglers to be more enabled. Hey there, Matt. I've been watching your channel for a long time now. You inspired me to sell my old ls1 swap that I had already put in an S13 and good with a good old 5.3. Okay. Yes. Crap heads. This makes me happy because people will always want to swap this shit out. And it works fine. BTR Stage 2. Great cam. ls6 intake. Good. Bosch 120s. Little John 80. Spool bus. Twin 450s. Semi-built. Q45. I only have one arm. I'm shooting for 600 to 700 on E. You could probably do that with the Gen 3 through a stick shift. Put in all the power up top. What turbo? A little 80 millimeter? Jesus. Yeah, I mean, what's nice is the 80 millimeter is going to apply power up top instead of down low where you can bend a rod. I'd love to chat with you sometime about getting this idea. What is your YouTube channel, bro? Why are you gonna tell me you got one arm and you're going to do this build and you want me to watch what you're doing and then you don't link anything? Go ahead and link that shit, buddy. I'm curious to see how a one-arm guy builds and drives this stuff. I mean, I watched the Chair Slayer guy's videos. The guy in a wheelchair that has all the hand controls for his drift car. That stuff is super fascinating to me. Anyway, yeah, send your info. I mean, you're pretty much there. 700 is going to be a fucking cakewalk for a T56 80 millimeter car. Holy shit. You know, all you got to do is watch out. You're not making way too much torque down low on these Gen 3 rods, in my opinion. But other than that, we're out. Inbox is empty. That's all, boys. See you later.